Whatever version of the bill passes or doesn't pass in the House for the raising the debt ceiling is irrelevant because the Senate has already said definitively that they're going to knock it down. So the only version that's actually relevant with such little time left is the Senate version. And the Senate version right now, as we've discussed before, gives the Republicans basically about 100% of what they want. There's no revenue increases at all in it, at all. So the corporate jets, the oil subsidies, everything remains. But they get these $2.5 trillion in spending cuts, and they're negotiating for more, right? And the fact that the Republicans won't even pass the Boehner version, which is to the right of that bill, is actually now starting to make other Republicans mad. And why are they mad? Because the Republican Party is run completely by business interests, whether it's multinational corporations, Wall Street, Chamber of Commerce, etc. How can you tell? You can tell by the Wall Street Journal editorial yesterday saying these guys think that they're, hobbits who are going to conquer Mordor or something. What a bunch of clowns. This is crack politics. That's the Wall Street Journal talking about the Tea Party and some of those conservative Republicans. The second way you know is Fox News Channel. They have totally turned and saying, make a deal, meaning we got what we wanted. We got all those spending cuts. And we don't, not a dime of tax increases. What the hell are you waiting for? Make the deal, because we've got to raise the debt ceiling, otherwise Wall Street's in trouble. And Wall Street runs the Republican Party. Now, we already showed you yesterday Krauthammer saying that Michelle Bachmann is crazy, okay? Them attacking their own guys like that. Now, here comes Bill O'Reilly. He's on vacation. Laura Ingraham is hosting, but he can't help himself. He's got to come regulate against other Republicans. Watch.
That can save Barack Obama at this point is craziness on the right. The only thing that can save him,
but
get
Bill,
him reelected.
When you say craziness, let's just review. Colonel Allen West, big Tea Party guy, congressman, he's for the Boehner plan. Mike Pence, big Tea Party guy, he's for the Boehner plan. Paul Ryan, the only guy to advocate, $6 billion in cuts in his budget that would have actually satisfied all these credit rating agencies that are saying you need at least $4 trillion in savings. He's for the Boehner plans.
This is Fox News sending out the memo. Sign the damn thing. Sign the Boehner plan. Give the Republicans in the Senate leverage, and then we'll sign the Reid-McConnell plan, which is 100% on our side, because the two things they want is spending cuts and raising the debt ceiling. They're like, get in line.
The only thing I can think of to say in favor of the Democratic Party nowadays is that the Republicans are so in the pocket of Wall Street that if bankers told them to paint their faces like Kiss and sing "God gave rock and roll to you," by God, they'd do it. And so, at least the Democrats can maybe be subject to pressure if someone decides it's time to pressure them. But yeah, this is clearly Wall Street saying, hey, look, you've taken this brinksmanship and this craziness too far. You're not useful to us anymore. Dial it down. And it'll be interesting to see who listens.
Yeah, Wall Street's in such a panic. They're sending out people like Bill O'Reilly on vacation. Hey, make sure you get those Tea Party guys to bow their head. You know who the real boss is. That's why, hey, what happened to all the Tea Party protests that were so angry about the bailout? How come there was none at the Treasury Department, Obama's Treasury Department? How come there was none on Wall Street? Because Wall Street runs the place. And if you weren't absolutely sure, here comes Bill O'Reilly again to say, hey, get in line. We got to make sure we raise the debt ceiling because our bosses on Wall Street told us so.
But a very small minority of Republicans are going to blow up the whole deal and harm the Republican Party. It's going to hurt the Republican Party enormously.
But it's not only going to hurt the Republican Party, which has already been hurt, okay? But it's going to save President Obama, who they hate.
That was my next point.
They don't like him. And the irony is, the people who dislike President Obama the most, on talk radio or cable news, wherever it is, the people that dislike him the most are helping him the most. You got to stop this hateful rhetoric. Some of the rhetoric is so hateful that independents just spin your head around.
I've never seen Fox News attack conservatives like this.
Right.
Saying they're wrong, they're hateful, attacking conservatives like that. Man, Wall Street's in a panic.
And I'm in a panic because I'm listening to Bill O'Reilly thinking, he's right. He's right on all counts, including how much they help Obama, including how much they help create the environment where Obama and the Democrats can put through the kind of cuts that we know are devastating.
And my final point on that is, look, what they were trying to do is create a false crisis. We never had needed to have this debt ceiling crisis. We raised it dozens of times with absolutely no attachments before. This is a 100% fake crisis, right? But it's like O'Reilly is telling the Tea Party people, hey, don't you get it? We were like, this is the game we play. We create a fake crisis. The Democrats go, oh, what could we do? The Republicans have us over a barrel. We have no choice.
Right, of course.
Right, and they give us exactly what we want.
I'd help your Medicare, but my partner here, he's crazy.
Yeah.
So help me out here, and we'll do a little cut.
I don't want to do the tax cuts for the rich, but my partner over here, he's crazy.
And I am, by the way. I am crazy.
So it's a good cop, bad cop routine. And O'Reilly's like, what's the matter with you? Why aren't you playing the game? It's because the Tea Party guys were created as these ideologues, and then now they don't have control over them, right? And because they want even deeper tax cuts and they want even deeper spending cuts, and now they're trying to reel them in, going, no, we were kidding. What we really want is this awesome deal that we've put together. The rest of it is out of control, and we can't have that. Because the balanced budget amendment that they're insisting on would blow up the whole government.
And you know what's strange about this? The Republicans have been hostage takers for a year or two now. Now the hostage takers have their own hostages. A group of them are now holding some of them hostage. I mean, it's gotten to that level. And one last just quick story. Last time Bill O'Reilly took a vacation that I know of, he came here. My wife took me out for dinner at a nice restaurant. And now I'm not making any suggestions here, but he was standing by his table as she was walking in front of me, and he turned to her, and you've met her, tall, redhead, and he looked her up and down and he went, hi. And then he saw me come up and looked very disappointed. So I know Bill's a busy man on vacation, and if they pull him off vacation to make a call, you know it's serious.
We are wearing awesome t-shirts today. It's not as obvious as it should be.
Yeah, this is,
It's a matador, matador. I wanted a shirt that looked cute and was comfortable, and this was it. But unfortunately, the logo isn't large enough. It's very silky and soft. Do you feel the softness?